Hi everyone and welcome to our latest Pompey Women's vlog. Now today it's a little bit different of a start to our vlogs. Normally it's Abby and I and we're at the stadium, but today the match had already happened. It's the day after and I just wanted to do a little bit of an intro because a lot of the stuff that you're going to see that's happened in this vlog, you might be thinking, well, why is it all kicking off? What's going on? So I just wanted to give you a little bit of an intro as to sort of a little bit of the background so you know what's going on. So basically we have played QPR. Now there's quite a bit of history between Pompey Women and QPR. I don't want to go into all of it because some of it is not my story to tell, and I'm definitely not going to start name dropping people because that's unnecessary, but I'll give you the basics. Basically, when we've played them before, there's been lots of incidents off the pitch. There was a bit of a scrap a few years back at a game off the pitch involving one of the QPR, let's just say backroom staff. I won't name them, backroom staff. They're still at the club now, and then when we played them last year, the same thing happened when we played them at their place. One of their players, again, so I'm not going to name names, but one of their players basically did quite a nasty foul on one of our players. Me and my mate were behind the goal. We saw it. We shouted for the ref because it was a straight red. The ref didn't see it, so didn't give anything, which happens, I guess, depending on the angle. Anyway, later on in the game, Pompey won the game 1-0. We scored late on, and somebody behind the goal, wasn't me, someone behind the goal shouted, that's what you deserve, basically, because you should have had a player sent off. And then one of their players proceeded to completely lose her temper, started swearing, and just basically abusing the fans behind the goal. Like, should have just kept her head, but she didn't. She lost her temper completely. She's no longer at QPR. She's moved on since then, but what happened was that backroom member of staff I mentioned a minute ago, he actually sent one of his staff behind the goal to stand with us, all the fans, even though we'd not really done anything wrong. It was the player who lost their temper, and then he got really aggressive with the fans. A couple of the fans got aggressive back, and it just all kicked off again. It's just so unnecessary. And then we've played them again today, and as you're going to see in the video, it all kicked off again, this time on the pitch and off the pitch. So let's start the vlog as we normally do. I'm going to cut across to Abby and I at the start of the day yesterday before the game. Watch the vlog and then I'll get Abby up here and we'll record the ending. So enjoy. Hi everyone and welcome to the latest edition of
Pompey Women's Vlogs.
So today is the final league game of the season. Pompey are away at QPR. We've just arrived at Uxbridge FC for the game. So today marks our 32nd competitive women's game of the season, our 32nd vlog, and that means we've done every single game.
Wow.
That feels brilliant. I tried to do all the men's games last year and fell too short due to reasons out of my control, which was really unfortunate. So it feels brilliant this year to do 100% of one of our team's games, and it was the women. So we'll be looking to end the season on a high today against QPR. We won 1-0 here last year, so we're going to obviously hope to repeat a win. So Abby, you looking forward to the game today?
Yep. Yes, I don't know what to say, yeah.
Last game of the season, so you won't see the girls for 6 weeks. Oh, but let's make the most out of today. So let's give you a little tour as to what's going on. So we're currently behind the goal. The teams are doing their warm-ups. There's Pompey Women doing their shooting practice. Oh, what a goal by Jade. Jesus. So behind the goal there's Abby with a little terrace. There's a similar one behind the other goal. There's what only can be described as a wonky stand over that side. And a nice little bunch of seats over there. I got to say, this ground looks much, much more appealing than it did in the rain and cold last year, I got to say. But yeah, there's the players warming up. Here comes EJ, one of our own. Oh, good save by Hannah. Okay, so let's have a look who's starting for Pompey today then. So here's how our Pompey women line up for the final league game of the season against QPR. So we've got Mel Burns in goal. We've got Ellie Kirby, Becca Tonks, Jazz Younger, Ailey Curry, Dan Rowe, Jade Bradley, who captains the side today in Amelia's absence, EJ May, Becky Bath, Alex Colligan and Jade Widows. On the bench today we've got Hannah Horton, Carla Perkins, Katie James and Amelia Southgate.
Half time here. QPR 1, Pompey 0.
Yeah, so we 1-0 down at half time. I don't think we can really complain too much. Do you think so, Abby? Do you think that's a fair result?
No.
No?
Sort of.
Pompey have had a lot of the possession, but we haven't carved open any chances. So we've had a lot of the ball, but we haven't done anything with it. And QPR have had like a couple of chances, and they've scored one and hit the bar on another. So it's really disappointing to be 1-0 down at half time. There's one thing's sure, they're going to have to step it up second half. Otherwise, we're not going to get back into this game. What are you hoping for, Abby? Do you think we can turn it around?
Whatever they're saying in the trading room, hopefully.
Yeah, it's really disappointing at the moment. I'm sure the players know that. And let's hope that they can step it up second half and we can get back into this game. So as we go into the next highlight, I just wanted to give you a bit of background what's going on. We are approaching the latter stages of the game, QPR winning. They're desperate to hold on, and they've started a bit of gamesmanship here. They're time wasting, lots of niggly fouls, a little bit answering back at the ref. That, just your standard sort of thing, like we've all seen it before, we know it happens. But this is just a standard foul. Like Alex is going to get played for and she's going to get fouled. Not normally something I'd show on the highlights, but it was the instigator of what was to come in a minute's time. So let's roll the clip here. So you can see there Alex is played through. She tries to go around the defender and it's fouled. Not a big deal, yes. It's not like a malicious foul or anything. But it did instigate what was to come in the forthcoming minutes. So just thought I'd show you that, and then let's then roll on to the highlights. So on to the next highlight then, and this is when it all started to kick off. So again, Alex is on the ball, terrorising that wing. Two defenders manage to bundle her off the ball. Alex tries to win it back. QPR players aren't happy with that. They start basically just bullying her. They're pushing and shoving her. They're all ganging up on her. The ref did nothing at first, was really late to get involved, by which point half the players on the pitch are involved. Now the spectators over the far side tell me that at least 2 punches were thrown by QPR players during the melee. I didn't see that personally. I've no reason to believe they're lying. But, a lot of pushing and shoving, took a few minutes to resolve. And, that it just got a bit nasty, really. Okay, so this is where it all started to boil over here. So let's have a look. So here's Alex then going down the wing. She gets into the box. She's fouled by 2 players. I was right next to that, right behind where she was. 100% Stonewall penalty. We didn't get it. Okay, we don't get them all. But really, that was the start of what was to come in the final stages. So here is the next highlight. So the ball's worked out to Alex eventually. So she gets the ball here, she cuts across, and she's brought down. So let's have a look at the replay so you can see exactly what happened in case you missed it first time. So you can see here she cuts across, defender's arm comes out, and Alex goes down. Now, I felt it was a penalty. You can see there, arm across the chest, leant into her and pushed her down. It's a soft penalty, but it's a penalty. However, the ref had a completely different opinion on the incident. The ref actually thought she dived and proceeded to send her off. So I'm just going to let you watch this. Now there's quite a lot's gone on there, so I just want to let you see something. If you look at the QPR players, so this is just before the card comes out. Now if you have a look at all those players stood around Alex, what they're going to do is as soon as Alex is sent off, they're going to start goading her, waving at her, cheering at her, laughing at her, and 2 players even exchange a high five for getting her sent off. So if we just have a look here, I think the number 8 even does a little bow. So you can see there, laughing, cheering, waving her off. One of the players does a little bow, and then here the 2 players there exchanging a little high five. Got your opposition player sent off. So that went on. And then we move into the closing stages here. So this is in what, God, ridiculous added time. Katie James gets the ball, she's cut in and she's had her leg taken out. Now that looked a penalty again, so that'll be our third penalty we haven't been given. So if we have a look here, so Katie gets the ball, she cuts into the box, defender comes in, slices her out, actually takes her foot out rather than the ball. The ref doesn't get a penalty. And then moments later the ref actually blew up for full time. Okay, so that's the end of the match highlights. As you can see, it got a little bit, well, what should we say?
Well, I don't know. A bit offensive?
A bit offensive. Well, someone took offence, but yeah, it got a little bit heated at the end there. I think, like, it's the next day now. We didn't get a chance to record the ending on Sunday. So it's Tuesday now, after bank holiday. Yeah. I've had a couple of days to sort of think on what happened, and I think on reflection the QPR players would probably be quite disappointed with how they reacted to Alex's sending off especially. I'm not going to really berate them for time wasting and for some of the fouls because, you know, that's just a game. The ref probably could have controlled it a little bit better, but that is just part of the game. But I mean, applauding a fellow player off the field and reducing her to to near tears, I don't think that's really what we want to see in football. She's only a young girl, international. Alex is going to have a very good career, so keep an eye out for Alex Colligan's name. She is going to go very far in the game, and I just don't think that they behaved very professionally towards her. So hopefully on reflection they'll agree with that. If they don't, then well, that's fine, they're wrong, but that's fine. Abby, so how did you find that? A bit disappointing to lose our last game 2-1.
I'll say that, disappointing.
So why don't we forget QPR? Why don't you tell us how you feel about this season? Have you enjoyed following the girls? Because we've done every single game. And how's that felt?
Good, because I like driving there. It's fun driving there, and just the game. You never know when you come onto that onto the ground. You never know what's the score going to be. So you have to basically watch the game to know what the score's going to be. So that's the most exciting part.
That's like the definition of football. Go to the ground without knowing the score. It's good though. We've done all 32 of the women's games, competitive games. Yeah. Got 32 programme collection as well. It's been really good, hasn't it? We've really enjoyed it. Huge thank you to Jay and the players for making us feel so welcome through the season. And Jay's really given us ridiculous levels of access to the players. The players have always been willing to do interviews, and we're so grateful, aren't we, Abby? Big shout out to everyone who voted for us for the Football Blogging Awards. We're really honoured to have made the top 15 in that, and we're going to be attending the awards evening on Thursday night, so the day after this blog goes out. We are going to be attending the awards evening at the Etihad Stadium. So Abby's got a really posh dress, which is over there, which we've got to keep secret, haven't we, Abby? So Abby's wearing a really posh dress. And it's a big event, and we're not going to win it, but we're just really excited, aren't we, just to go for the big dinner, see what it's like. So, do you want to say goodbye to everybody for the season?
Bye. Thanks for supporting us.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you very much for all your support. We've been a bit overwhelmed at times by all the love coming in, especially for Abby and her little fledgling football career. She's done really well this year. So anyway, have a great summer, and we'll see you next season. See you later.